the violence and sheer brutality being used against the Standing Rock Sioux tribe over their protests of the Dakota Access Pipeline by militarized police has been just absolutely gut-wrenching. However, in spite of this, they're remaining relentless. They're not going anywhere, and now they're actually fighting back. How? Well, they're filing a class action lawsuit against the sheriff in the county where all of this violence is going on. The Intercept explains the lawsuit alleges that sheriff's deputies and police officers used excessive force when they deployed impact munitions like rubber bullets as well as explosive tear gas grenades and water cannons against protesters. It argues that the tactics were retaliatory, punishing those involved for exercising free speech rights. It also argues that officers were inadequately trained to handle the situation, naming Morton County Sheriff Kyle Kirchmere, Mandan Police Chief Jason Ziegler, and Stutzman County Sheriff Chad Kaiser as defendants. Plaintiffs, represented by the National Lawyers Guild's Water Protectors Legal Collective, requested a restraining order and preliminary injunction that would bar officers from using such weapons against people protesting the Dakota Access Pipeline. The suit awaits a decision from a federal judge on whether to approve class action status. In declarations to the court, pipeline opponents involved in the November 20 clash described in detail the severe injuries they sustained. Most stated that protesters were nonviolent and that they heard no order to disperse. And just to give you some examples of the injuries sustained by protesters, a woman was hit in the eye by a tear gas canister. One man might now need reconstructive surgery on his finger after being hit by a rubber bullet. Another man lost consciousness and had to get 17 staples in his head after he was shot by a rubber bullet in the head. Now, also, there is the case of Sophia Wolanski, who almost lost her arm. It looks like it's going to be okay for now, but she's never going to get full function back in her arm again. And this was because she was hit with a concussion grenade. Now, this doesn't include other concussions and respiratory injuries. Also, many of the water protectors are developing pneumonia and just getting sick because they're spraying protesters with water that's really cold in literally freezing cold weather. This has consequences, and I don't think that the police officers or the North Dakota government care. I don't think that the governor of North Dakota gives a shit about the well-being of protesters, even though he claims he does because he issued an immediate order for them to leave the premises because of cold weather. Well, if you're worried about the health and safety of protesters, stop shooting them with cold water. Stop using violence against them. But again, they don't care. What they care is about the bottom line, about profits, and this company is just, it's terrible. What they're doing is terrible. This isn't just state-sanctioned violence. This is actually private mercenaries that they hired as well. Now, I don't know the extent to which they're still there, but the oil company literally hired mercenaries and had guard dogs attack the protesters when they were peaceful. These people are non-violent. They're not rioting. They're not destroying anything. They're praying. They're chanting. They're cheering. They're singing. So how is using violence against them justifiable? The answer is it's not. Now, what we have to do is call on Obama to act and to speak up and grow a spine while we still have time. And now we have to start pressuring President-elect Donald Trump to take a stand. Which side is he on? Is he on the side of the oil pipeline and North Dakota police who are actually using violence against protesters? Or is he going to stand up for the sovereignty and clean drinking water rights of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe? Oh wait, we know actually what side Donald Trump is on because he actually has stock invested in the Dakota Access Pipeline. So government has complete and utterly failed us at the federal and state level. And when that happens, you've got to take matters into your own hands. And that's what these protesters have done. And again, I commend them all. You know, stay strong. You guys are very courageous. So try to be safe if you can.
Support this podcast by joining the independent progressive media revolution today at humanistreport.com.